Moses was a man who lived in the quiet wilderness of Midian, far from the life of royalty he once knew in Egypt. He had settled into a humble life as a shepherd, raising a family and watching over his flock. But God had a different plan. One day, while Moses was tending his sheep, he noticed something unusual. A bush was on fire, but the flames did not consume it. The fire burned, yet the bush remained intact. Curious and confused, Moses approached the strange sight. "Moses, Moses, here I am. Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." In that moment, Moses was standing in the presence of God. The Lord revealed that he had seen the suffering of his people, the Israelites, enslaved in Egypt, and he had a plan to set them free. "I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them to a land flowing with milk and honey. And now I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people out of Egypt." Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? Moses was afraid. He felt unworthy, unqualified, and unsure. But God did not choose Moses because of his strength or ability. He chose him because of his divine purpose. "I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain." Even with this promise, Moses continued to wrestle with doubt. He asked God, "What if they do not believe me or listen to me?" But God gave Moses signs, wonders, and a message to take to Pharaoh. God equipped Moses with everything he needed for the task ahead. His power would go before Moses, but it would be Moses' obedience and faith that would lead the people to freedom. Moses may have felt inadequate, but God's call was not based on Moses' ability. It was based on God's will and purpose. Despite his fears, Moses answered the call and became one of the greatest leaders in history because he trusted God's plan. God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Like Moses, we may feel unworthy, but God calls each of us to something greater than ourselves. When he calls, will you trust him? Will you answer?